what is the journey of entrepreneurs are, right? Okay, there can be some glitches, ups and downs, right? Things may not go as you thought about, but the real entrepreneur is one who can come back with smile on its face. Yes or no, man?
Yes, yes, definitely. I did not know that it is not working, and I kept on talking about adaptability at that point of time when it was freezed. So I think that is what adaptability is all about.
So you give a live demo of adaptability.
Yes.
So, ma'am, I was just asking you, if you can again enlighten us, what are some of the skills that you would suggest to the young people, new entrepreneurs?
So I think there are a lot many skills, but I'll mention a very few which can help young entrepreneurs or people to be successful. The very first thing that I saw having me or growing in me was empathy. And I think empathy is very, very important when it comes to your customers, when it comes to your employees, when it comes to anyone you're working with. Empathy is very, very important, and it is very different to sympathy. So I think empathy is the very first skill that can help a person to be successful enough. The second skill that I feel is adaptability again. And as we see, a world is changing, things are going from here to there to here. So I think adaptability and understanding how that can be added in your product or service according to the required changes in the environment is the very second thing. And third thing is decision making power. So if you don't have enough decision making power, you will not be in a position to make decisions as and when required. So I think making decisions and having that decision making power and also believing in your decision is very, very important. So I think these three things are what I'll name as the very important for me.
ओके सो मैम आपने अडोप्टेबिलिटी के बारे में बोला, हमने जस्ट डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि ड्यू टू कोविड मेनी थिंग्स हैव चेंज. सो अभी
Right.
पैंडेमिक के टाइम पे एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को इन जनरल भी व्हाट डू यू सजेस्ट हाउ दे कैन अडॉप्ट टू दिस न्यू सिनेरियो?
आई थिंक ये नए सिनेरियो की वजह से, पैंडेमिक की वजह से बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज नई खुली भी है और बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज जो पहले थी वो क्लोज भी हो जाएगी. सो देयर आर प्रोज एंड कॉन्स ऑफ दिस पैंडेमिक दैट वी ऑल आर फेसिंग. बट माई ओनली थिंग इज सस्टेनेबिलिटी एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, क्योंकि अगर आप ये फेस को सस्टेन कर जाओगे, यू विल बी इन अ मेंटल स्टेट personally to sustain in this state, and also for your organization, I think you will fail any other problem that comes to your way. So I think sustainability, कैसे अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को सस्टेन करना, कैसे करंट प्रोडक्ट और ऑफरिंग को चेंज करके जो एग्जिस्टिंग रिक्वायरमेंट है उसमें ट्वीक करना is very important at this point of time. And there are a lot of industries which might not work at this point of time क्योंकि बहुत सारी जगहों पे there are lockdowns and things are not working. So I think that is where you will have to think better ways, जहाँ पे या तो अपने customers को आप engage रख सकते हो through the social media and other ways, or some other way through which your product or offering can be changed a little.
So mainly you are saying sustainability is the most important thing right now, right? If they can sustain this period, तो कहीं भी बाद में sustain कर पाएंगे.
Definitely.
ओके सो एक थोड़ा मैं आपको ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहूंगा कि सी फॉर एग्जांपल यू लॉस्ट एवरीथिंग और अभी जीरो के लेवल पे आ जाते हैं, तो हाउ डू यू रीस्टार्ट, व्हाट डू यू डू फर्स्ट एंड व्हाट वुड बी द स्टेप्स दैट यू विल फॉलो?
Okay, अगर I lose everything in terms of the organization.
Yes, organization. Yes.
Okay, if I lose everything in terms of my organization, I'll be happy because बहुत सारी जो mistakes पहले की है वो अब वापस नहीं होगी. That is first thing. Second thing is I'll restart in a way कि जो organization हमने पहले build किया था, जहाँ पे हमने बहुत सारे changes करके we have reached to this level. We might not do all of these changes. We might start directly from the offering that we had. स्टार्टिंग में हमने जब स्टार्ट किया था तब हमारा सर्विस कुछ और था. वी हैड डिफरेंट कोर्सेज. नाउ वी नो दैट यही एक कोर्स है जो चल रहा है. सो आई हैव लर्नड अ लॉट फ्रॉम व्हाटएवर मिस्टेक्स आई डिड. सो आई थिंक नाउ it won't take me 2.5 years to reach here. We might reach in 6 months to where we are today.
Wow. So that's a great perspective, right? मतलब ये है कि आपने कहीं से भी कितना भी खोया, you can anyway restart. You just have to
Yeah,
learn from your experiences.
definitely.
Wow, that was a very insightful. So मैडम, अगर आप एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के रिलेटेड इतना सारा डील कर रहे हैं, तो आप क्या सजेस्ट करेंगे एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को अपनी लाइफ के अंदर? व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट एरियाज दे कैन ग्रो, दे कैन मेक देयर करियर?
Okay. When I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs these days, I see they want to grow themselves as a personal brand as well. बहुत सारे entrepreneurs को ऐसा है that they grow themselves as a personal brand. So I think आप जैसे ही आपकी entrepreneurship की journey start करते हो, startup की journey start करते हो, you should also give enough focus to that area simultaneously because you and your organization are going to be two different brands in the coming years when your organization grows. So I think that is the very major area that budding entrepreneurs should give a little more time to. हम ऐसा करते हैं that we create a startup and then we build our own personal brand. I think both should go simultaneously. You build your own personal brand and you build your own startup as well. So you don't have to give extra time when you have to build your own brand while your startup is already there. And I think बहुत सारे अलग अलग areas है, but currently human resource is a very difficult area for a lot of entrepreneurs because हमने बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ कभी deal नहीं किया है. I don't know. This is what I have seen that these people struggle a lot when it comes to having employees and interns and all those. They struggle कि ये कैसे काम करवाएंगे या ये काम कैसे होगा. So I think managing human resource is something which every entrepreneur should be really uh, appropriately understanding that area.
ओके, अब एंटरप्रेन्योर के जैसे मैं भी बहुत सारी चीजें उनके साथ डील करता हूँ, मुझे जो ज्यादातर क्वेश्चन आते हैं, और पर्टिकुलरली अगर आप बड़ी एंटरप्रेन्योर के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, तो आई गेस वो फाइनेंस कैसे लाएंगे? व्हाट इज योर सजेशन और सम आइडिया इफ यू कैन शेयर अबाउट द फंडिंग और फाइनेंस, और व्हाट स्टेज दे कैन गो इट, या समथिंग, सम इनसाइट अबाउट फाइनेंस और फंडिंग.
Okay. So I think मतलब मेरे class में we talk about finance as well, and there are so many government policies, and I'm not just saying for the sake of it, but there are so many government policies which can give these startup founders finances without any equity or interest in return. And one of them, at least in Gujarat, we have is student startup innovation policy, where anyone till the age of 25 can get up to 25 or 22.5 lakh rupee ka grant. It
That
is
is
a
great.
grant and not a fund that you get in place of an equity or debt. It is a grant that you don't have to return, you have to build your startup. That is the very major source where you can try your hands on. Second thing is your own hard-earned money, जो भी आपके पास है, whatever is that is called bootstrap. I have always believed in bootstrapping, so I never suggest any entrepreneur कि आप जाके तुरंत ही funding acquire कर लिया. Or if you have an opportunity coming from uh, their end that we want to fund you, you can think of, but otherwise you should bootstrap it as the very first thing because that is where you understand the importance of struggling and creating that product. When you build something on your own after struggling, I think that is different than when you get money easily and then you fund your startup through some investors. That is the second thing that you can do. And third thing is, आजकल I have seen Atal Innovation Incubators जो भी है, Atal Innovation Mission के जो भी incubators, they are doing really really good work and वो almost सारे states में है. So these people can apply to those incubators as well. If they don't want to go to high-end incubators, budding entrepreneurs can definitely apply to them.
ओके, सो आई गेस जितने भी लोग हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, अगर वो एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए कुछ करना चाहते हैं, तो क्रिया मैडम वुड बी वेरी हैप्पी टू शेयर हर इनसाइट एंड टू गाइडेंस टू मेनी ऑफ देम. यस और नो मैम?
Definitely, anytime.
मैम, फाइनली आपसे पूछिए कि व्हाट वुड बी फ्यू टिप्स दैट यू वुड गिव टू द बडिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर, इन जनरल जो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप की जर्नी में ऑलरेडी स्टार्ट कर चुके हैं, तो उनके लिए क्या एडवाइस, क्या टिप्स आप देंगे?
उनके लिए अभी जो करंट सिनेरियो है उसके बेसिस पे तो ट्राई सस्टेनिंग ये जो इश्यूज चल रहे हैं इन आवर इकोनॉमी, इसकी वजह से डोंट गिव अप योर वेंचर, प्लीज वर्क ऑन इट. If not now, at least in the coming 6 months, it is going to take off. So don't distress yourself. Don't make it a point that pandemic की वजह से हम अपना startup छोड़ के job पे shift हो जाए. I would never want anyone who is planning to build their own startup to shift to a job. So that is the very first thing, that believe in your startup and be really adamant to build that. Uh, Second thing is, again, where innovation comes is where you have money and is where people are going to come to you. So I think if you keep on innovating, अगर आप नए नए जगहों पे innovation देखोगे in terms of money, in terms of your product, in terms of your service, in terms of your customer interaction, in terms of your own personal brand, when you talk to your followers, the way you innovate, the way you talk innovatively, the way you put your things innovatively, I think innovation is where everything is gonna come down to or lead to. And the very third thing again, which I strongly believe, is the impact that we all have to uh, do on our society or on economy or on the world. So I think believe in impact and not an income is what I strongly recommend as the very important thing. Impact की वजह से ही income is gonna follow you, and I think that is the most important thing that you guys should look at.
So rightly said, मैम. Impact is what you should look at and not the income. और मैं मानता हूँ मैडम, अगर आप impact create करेंगे तो income would be the by product somewhere or other way.
Definitely.
एक एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन अगर मैं पूछूं मैडम, तो बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे भी हैं, जैसे मेरी कल ही एक पर्सन से बात हुई, बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे भी हैं जो अपने जॉब और अपने पैशन के बीच में झूल रहे हैं, राइट. उनको लगता है कि मैं स्टार्टअप की तरह कुछ करूं ना करूं, जॉब में एक सिक्योरिटी है तो पैशन फॉलो करूं. तो ऐसे लोग जो, उनके लिए क्या करना चाहिए? स्टार्टअप में जाना चाहिए, नहीं जाना चाहिए, क्या, व्हाट इज योर एडवाइस?
If you ask me, मैं हमेशा यही बोलूंगी स्टार्टअप करना चाहिए. So if anyone asks me हमें जॉब करना चाहिए कि स्टार्टअप, I'll definitely tell you job, definitely tell you startup and not job, because I think startup gives you a different confidence altogether. I know struggling phase will come. You will struggle a little. You might not have money, and all those bankruptcy stage might come, might not come. हर किसी के स्टोरी में वो bankruptcy stage नहीं होता है. So it is not always true that you go to that rock bottom and उसके बाद ही success आएगा. There are a lot of entrepreneurs जिनके पास in just 1 or 2 years they have got success. So I don't think every entrepreneur is going to struggle a lot. And the one who are struggling between job and entrepreneurship, क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए, I think अगर आपको जॉब से सेटिस्फेक्शन नहीं मिल रहा है, if you are doing it just for the sake of money and fixed income, I think you should anytime switch to startup. But if you don't know कि आपको startup करना है या जॉब करना है, आपको दोनों में से कुछ पता नहीं है, then I think switch to job, do it for a while and understand whether job is your thing or not, and then at the end startup तो है ही.
तो मुझे कल एक पर्सन ने पूछा था, just sharing insight, is it possible to have a side hustle startup? So I was very fascinated by that word. कि में side hustle वाला हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता है?
बोल नहीं सकते कि नहीं हो सकता है, डेफिनेटली हो सकता है, but then you have to struggle a lot, you have to compromise a lot, you have to sacrifice your personal life, your different interests that you have. So fixed income आपका आता रहेगा, साथ में if you are struggling, if you have a side hustle, it is going to be 2 lives that you are living at a single point of time, and I think it is a really difficult task, but then if somebody can do it, commendable.
But I believe एक ही करना चाहिए. I believe you should also go to the startup only. I also promote and I also think ultimately you should move towards what you are really passionate about, है, जो आपको दिल से करने की इच्छा है.
Sure.
So it was great talking with you, ma'am. Thank you for coming to the platform and enlightening all of us with respect to startup. I have many connections and I have many people, and I would definitely tell them to come to you with respect to the startup advice, because I believe you are doing great, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All the very best about your summit, and I am really happy that you're inspiring a lot of people. Do let us know if you need anytime anything that we can do from our end. All the very best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
So we're closing it here for today. Day 2 of Startups. Kriya Doshi, founder of Think Young. Thank you.
Thank you.